Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5 and today I'm doing an unboxing video. I don't normally do unboxing videos, but you know, reason behind it is one, I bought kind of an item that I normally wouldn't buy. It's a knife, but it's a knife that it's a knife brand that I generally stay away from. And also I got a book, and I thought I'd share the experience with you of opening up this package. And I also want to explain why I got the knife that I got. So, the knife I'm using to unbox this box is a Victorinox Pioneer, which is, as of right now, my favorite Victorinox knife. Not the most functional as far as all the gadgets you can get on a Swiss Army knife, but it comes with enough to get you through the day. You know, this along with a multi-tool in your pack, you're pretty much set for the day. So let's get started. And I have to cut around this tripod. Haha. First, the book, Highland Knife Fighting. This is supposed to be about fighting with Skindoos and the Scottish Dark. And the reason why I got this is one, I got a Cold Steel Holdout. It's the 6-inch version, which is pretty much a folding Scottish Dark. So I thought it'd be cool to learn how to use it in its native way. Also, I'm kind of interested in HEMA, which is historical European martial arts, but I'm not really interested. Well, I can't say I'm not interested, but I don't want to buy a bunch of training swords and practice sword fighting, although sword fighting looks like it's fun in competition, but there's no one to do that around here with. And also, I think European knife fighting is a little bit more practical than sword fighting. So this I feel I can actually use on the streets. I've actually read the Spanish Navaja fighting book that was written in the 1800s or somewhere in that period. So now I got a Highland another European fighting book. So this ought to be interesting to read. But now for the mystery knife. Dum 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 dum. You're gonna laugh at me. M-Tech. Yes, I generally stay away from M-Tech. Because, you know, I kind of consider them mall ninja, flea market kind of crap knives. Just the ones that I've handled haven't been that good. Who knows? This is a fixed blade, so hopefully it'll be better than the folding variety. But I'll explain to you why I got this particular M-Tech. And it's taped, which isn't a bad thing. I just didn't expect it. Has a warning on there saying that the knife is extremely sharp, so we'll find out if that's true or not. It says custom design in the US, so it's a custom design, which I will agree with. It is a custom design, but it's made by M-Tech. As you can see, really crappy nylon sheath with a button snap. This is a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it's a sub-hilt. Yes, this is a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, but it's a sub-hilt knife, and it's not sharp at all. I shouldn't be rubbing my fingers on the blade, but yeah, it's not sharp. let's see if I have some paper that is not my book. Let's see. This is a oh well. I got this knife under the understanding that it was going to be a crap knife, that it's not going to be extremely sharp. Fit and finish isn't going to be well. But the reason why I got this knife, and I'll let you look at it there, is because a friend of mine on Instagram, his name is Matt. It just so happens he has the same initials as my brother. Introduced me to his cousin, who is a ABS certified journeyman bladesmith. And this particular bladesmith makes beautiful knives. Not that other ABS knife makers don't make beautiful knives, but you know, Barrel's one of them. Anyways, let me look at the knife that, here it is. That's one of his knives. It's a Bowie with a sub hilt. And I left a comment on one of these pictures saying something to the effect of, oh yeah, here it is. Let me see, I'm going to read my actual comment. I said, I'm not saying that you're converting me to sub hilts. I never use them, so I'm suspicious about their function. But dang, that's a sexy knife. And he left a good comment, you know, telling me about how his experience with sub hilts, how he was a little bit suspicious of them as well, but how he's really enjoyed them on Bowie knives and big knives. And I said, well, I'm going to have to try one. And I said, I think Bokel has one. And I was going to buy the Bokel, but they were just too expensive of a knife for me to buy to try out. Not that I don't like it, but I didn't want to spend over $200 on a sub-hilt knife. And I wanted something that I can beat around, because my tests are going to be fairly rough. Not necessarily whittling or carving or meat cutting, but I'm going to do some thrusting tests, some chopping tests, and you know, test the ergonomics of the sub-hilt, and how it messes with your grip. If it does mess with your grip, is it fatiguing on the hand? Is it like brass knuckles? If you hold it the wrong way, it's going to injure your hand. Stuff like that, which I haven't heard any rumors of that happening to anybody, but there were some concerns that I had. So once I found out that the Bokel that I was looking at was too much for me to kind of beat around, not that I would be against beating around it, but I was looking on Amazon, and I found this knife for $17. And I was like, wow, this would probably be a good knife to beat around. It doesn't necessarily have to be sharp or anything. It just has to have the hilt profile that I want to test out with a blade. And so I bought this knife. Now there's a disclaimer I want to put before I start testing this knife out. One, this sub-hilt might not have the same ergonomics as the Bob Loveless Big Barrel, or the Cold Steel Black Barrel Classic, or the Cold Steel OSS, or the Cold Steel OSI, or the Bokel, what's it, Kessner design knife. It might not have the same ergonomics as those knives. You know, those more expensive knives are probably put together a lot better than this one, so the hot spots might be different on this knife. But I felt I can test this knife out and find out if I like sub-hilts. So yeah, I'm very interested in what this test is going to provide, and I'll make sure to bring you along with me. Quick note, the reason why I didn't buy the Cold Steel OSS, which to me is a very good budget sub-hilt knife, but I have one major issue with it. and that is that the cross guard and sub hilt are plastic or polymer. And on fighting knives, I really want my guard to be metal, and I don't care if the sub hilt is maybe a polymer or something else, but I'd also prefer it to be metal. But yeah, the OSS would be a perfect knife for me if the top guard was metal, because this will most likely never happen. But if I had to go blade on blade, I would preferably don't want the blade to chop through my guard. So that's it. This is my M-TEK. It's probably going to be the last M-TEK I ever buy. I actually have another knife that I'm going to be saving up to get that's going to be a whole lot better than any M-TEK, and a whole lot better than majority of the knives, production knives out there. But I have to save my money. I have to prioritize and sell some stuff. Let's see, what does it say right here? 440 stainless. Is that 440C or 440A? I don't know. Handcrafted in China. American designed, handcrafted in China. So anyways, yeah, that's why I got the sub hilt. I hope this video wasn't too long. I hope y'all have a great day. I'm Satsu5, and I'm out.